Welcome to PIPS Video User Guide 7, Installing the Agent. In the last video we saw how to create groups and get the agent ready. We've now downloaded that agent either via an email link or physically downloaded it. This is the file that you download. This number is the group ID that you've created as a reference. And to install, we just simply double click and follow the prompts. Next, next, next. This will install the agent test tool. It will take a couple of seconds or so, depends on your PC how fast it may run. Once it installs, it'll fire up the agent test tool. We can close this off. Here we have the agent test tool. It will have a default IP range based on your computer's IP. If that's incorrect, you can simply delete it and type the new one. If there's more than one, keep the existing one and add any more if you wish, or if you don't want to use a range, delete it altogether and then click on this tab and put the individual IP addresses. We'll go with the range. The range is better because it will scan all the network and find every device. Once you're happy with that, you test the server connection. This will ping the portal. If we get server connection okay, that means that the communication's good. If it fails, then you've got network security blocking it. That network security needs to be addressed to allow the agent test tool to do its job, and then obviously come back and do it again. We'll say OK. Next, we hit the test scan settings. This will then go through that IP range to find devices. Again, this will take a few minutes, depends on how big your network is, how many IP ranges or addresses you're doing. It checks each one to make sure there's a valid printer. This progress bar is giving us an indication of how far it's got in discovering the devices, running the discovery. This area will show narration as it's doing its things. When it finds machines, it will say how many machines it's found. If there's any machines missing, for example, you're expecting to see 6 and there's only 4, then check those devices. Are they asleep? Are they in power mode? Are they awake or whatever? If so, wake them up, then run this again and you should find them. Sometimes you might have to add their address individually here to find them. So this is waiting for the discovery response, which is getting the information. Once it's done that, it will start to update us with what's happening. So no new devices, update complete. It's found 2 devices updated. It will then create the config file based on what it's found. And when it's finished, we can click on the Discover Devices tab to see exactly what's been found. And like I say, if any missing, just check that those machines aren't asleep or in power mode or are on the network. Once it comes back with everything completed and updated, we can then save the settings and close the application. There we go. Uploading scan files, everything done. We click on this tab. This is what it's found: a Brother inkjet, an HP inkjet. Obviously that's not giving any model or serial number. That's the nature of that machine. We're happy with that. We hit the save settings, file, exit. Settings changed, start services yes, because when it finishes the agent will run as a service in the background. So as long as the computer is switched on, that's fine. the agent will run. Doesn't need anybody logging in per se. That information now should be at the portal. It might be instant, it might take a couple of hours or a bit longer, but on the portal you should see the devices. So if I go to the portal now, we see on the dashboard one new device monitored, and that's the HP, sorry, the brother. Obviously the HP is not given any details from its MIB, so we can't get that information. In that case, in that instance, the HP in question is a inkjet Photoshop, I think, smart machine. So that's running the agent, finding the devices, the information is then sent back to the portal, and as you can see, it can update the portal pretty quickly. But don't panic if it's not done it straight away. It can be half an hour, it can be a couple of hours, it could be a bit later or a bit longer. If it's not done it sort of by the next day, then obviously check the agent installation or what is happening. Again, view the agent status will give you some idea, because we should get a nice date timestamps. Okay. Thank you for watching.